Wife seeks divorce just 2 weeks after wedding, citing lack of love. The question that I'll be asking here is, what was going on between both of them before the marriage even started in the first place? Because how can you how can you go into marriage with somebody you don't even love in the first place? Before marriage can even come into play, there must have been some series of datings, seeing one another, in short, just courtship. Let me put it that way, courtship. And during courtship, you should be able to realize whether you love this person or not. Not for you to now get into marriage with the person only 2 weeks after marriage and then saying you don't love him anymore. Just 2 weeks after marriage. The story goes, in a surprising turn of events, a Nigerian woman, Wuraola Surajudeen, has approached a court in Ilorin to request the dissolution of her marriage just 2 weeks after her wedding to Surajudeen Iya Onitashi. Now, during the hearing, Wuraola claimed that she no longer had any love or affection for her husband. She explained that her previous marriage ended due to her parents' disapproval of her ex-husband's religious views. Now, yes, parents have some say in a marriage, but it's not a total say in a marriage. You don't let your parents tell you what to do or what not to do in a marriage. If their advice is bringing good things into the marriage, fine, you accept it. If they don't bring good things into the marriage, then you don't accept their advice. You don't put your parents in a position whereby they begin to put you out in order for you. That's just what I can say. Now, from what I've read here just now, it means she has been married before. This is her second marriage, and now she's seeking for divorce. The story goes on. I divorced my former husband because my mother pressured me. Imagine, my ex-husband became deeply religious, which my family didn't support. I don't know the basis of this. I don't know how deeply religious the man she's talking about might be. But if one is very, very religious, it's supposed to even make the marriage very, very easy. Because when somebody is religious, there will be some certain things you avoid in a marriage, like adultery, doing things that will jeopardize the marriage and so on. Religious is a way of strengthening a marriage, making marriage bond very, very strong, and pushes any form of thing that will bring a division into the marriage. So, and if somebody becomes more religious, it's even a better thing to the marriage. I don't see the reason why somebody will have to separate from a husband because that husband has become more religious than he used to be before. Now, after meeting my current husband, things seemed fine initially, okay, but soon after the wedding, I developed interest for him, Wuraola said. Now, the husband, Surajudeen Onitashi, told the court that his wife left their home without his consent, stating that she was tired of the marriage. He added that despite his attempt to make the union work, she consistently refused intimacy, forcing him to accept her decision. Now, if a woman is moving motion for divorce, it's normal for a man to try to save the marriage. But if she insists on saying she wants to leave, the best thing to do as a man is to let her go. And one of the signs of a woman rejecting a man in a marriage is avoiding to have any intimate relationships with him. I mean, the bedroom part. Now, if she wants to leave, you just have to let her go. You don't have to force her into the relationship. Anyway, the presiding judge, Ahmed Ajumombi, ruled that Wuraola must refund the dowry paid by her husband. Now, the case has been adjourned until December 4 for the final pronouncement of the divorce. Now, one thing is that before you get into marriage, you have to know the person you want to marry. And during courtship, when you see some red flags, you just have to let that relationship go and move on with your life. And some people, they'll see the red flags during courtship, they still try as much as possible to look for excuses to make, and then they go into marriage with these people only for them to get into divorce just a few weeks or a few months into the marriage. There will be some certain things that the man might be doing or the woman might be doing, and the other person does not like and cannot even accept or even bear when they get into a marriage. Now if you come across things like that and you try to communicate with the person, it may be the man, it may be the woman, and the person is not even willing to change, I don't see the reason why you should still go into marriage with that kind of a person.